Hi everyone and welcome to today's class. Now the forward energies are definitely something that we notice. I'm sure you agree on that. After these, very interesting energies we had surrounding the new moon. Maybe you've seen my little video. But what I just wanted to say is I've just done a little short video from the guides. There is a lot of stopping and limitations still, and therefore, not only in Germany, but especially in Germany where I'm currently living, there's a lot of frustration and aggression in the collective, which we really need to address. So yes, physically that's what we're doing now, and maybe you also want to do some mental or emotional work. We were really encouraged by the masters, so self-care is really, really important now. Please look after yourself and welcome to the class. Okay, so sit bones together, lengthening everything, little toes in line with the hips or the muscle line. As I'm saying, sit bones together, lengthening like a fountain through the crown of the head. The little fingers are in line with your shoulders, and then nose, sternum, navel and pubic bone in line. Okay, so knees relaxed, elbows relaxed, and we're good to go. Starting with the reaffirmation of the upper arms, which means palms to the front, little fingers towards the thumbs, lengthening everything, ribs together, and relaxing. Just always relax three-dimensionally. If you're giving your arms a little shake, it's always good to shake off the energy. Loosen up the energy field, and again, little fingers towards the thumbs, elbows are relaxed, ribs together, and relaxed. Okay, palms to the back, thumbs and towards the little fingers, ribs together, lengthening. Maybe you also want to lengthen your sit bones into your heels, thinking long. Not only the fountain continuously, relaxing, and thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening everything, relaxing the elbows, and relax. Okay, we're going to the end of the mat, stretching out the back, sit bones together again, just lengthen, make sure you really lengthen. Especially when we're in winter, when it's cold, we tend to not stretch enough. Just relax here, relax your knees, bend your legs if you need to, use some yoga blocks or books if that's helpful. Okay, so from here, breathing in, on the out breath, navel in, and lengthening the entire back. One more time, navel in, and lengthening the entire back. One more time, navel in, and lengthening the entire back, and just bend your legs and relax. Breathing in, and one more time, lengthen, navel in, lengthen wherever you are. You know, you can be here, that's totally perfectly fine. Okay, so look to your middle finger and just grab the biggest possible circle, turning your head, lengthening. The fountain is ongoing, always, continuously. Lengthen, and down, navel in, and one more time, lengthening, just lengthening, and lengthening navel in, and one more time, lengthening, lengthening, and down we go, lengthening, and relax. Okay, yeah, we are called to do the stability exercise? Yes, we definitely need stability. So, okay. Don't think you can't do it, you can, because it does not have to look the same as I'm doing it. And maybe you're even more flexible, so no problem, yeah? You can do it with a bent supporting leg, and the other leg at the moment is bent anyway. Important thing, try to stretch your back to lengthen, fountain as we did before, and hips parallel to the mat. That's what we really need. So, long back, hips parallel to the back, and parallel to the back, sorry, and elbows close or pointing towards your body, not out, because that would tense your shoulders. So energy out of your head, out of your knee, and just see how we can lengthen it inside, and just let the blood flow back. Breathe. Okay, and one more time, lengthening. Lengthening. You can bend your leg. You're welcome to do so. Lengthen your back. Hips parallel again to the mat. Relax head. And make sure the hip sometimes want to turn out. And we need parallel. We need them parallel to the mat. Okay. Good. Now this time, if you like, you stretch out a little bit more, or you think of lengthening. That's actually what I wanted to say. But not necessarily. You can also repeat the same thing, no problem. Whatever your body tells you and needs at the moment. Yeah? No turning out. Lengthen. Lengthen. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. In all directions from the center of your body. Very important. Okay, breathing in. On the out breath. Lengthening. Relaxing. 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 And relaxing. Breathing in. And again, I'm sorry. Lengthening. Lengthening. Sit bones together, just lengthening. Once again, I wanted to say, and I was saying it in German, I'm so sorry. Okay. So one more time. You decide what you need to do for your body, of course. If you need something different, you do something different. Lengthening, like going on with the next exercise, or having a little break. Just lengthening. Oh! Yes. Wow. Just let the blood flow back. Right, and there is more stability and strength coming on. Strength is something different, that we definitely need, obviously. So, we just do some push-ups. For the ladies, it's on your knees. So from here, diagonal line, knees to your head. Make sure you're not here. Use your abs. Elbows are closed, and you just relax them. And then from your sit bones to your head, that's the fountain that lifts you up. Okay? For the gentlemen, little toes in line with your little fingers. And we've just got relaxing here. Same thing, nothing different. Navel in, and again. Just do a couple. It's not interesting to go low, it's interesting to be in line, in alignment, and how much strength you have in your center. It's the only interesting thing, and to send it out in all directions so the body is held by itself, okay? Right, a little bit more if you like, otherwise skip it, take a break, go to the next exercise as you wish. Lengthen, don't overdo it, If there is still weight on your wrists and it's painful or something, it means that you need more strength here, or to take the strength more from your core. Sit bones in connection with your navel. Okay, so we go again to the plank position, and if that's too much for your wrists, you can do a different exercise, which is a little stability exercise here. You just think and relax, breathing in, and then you think long, fountain, and long out of your heels, and stop. Yeah, so it's not about holding, it's about stretch and relax, and stretch and relax, okay? So, and if you want to do the other variation with me, little toe from the plank position, little toes in line with your little fingers, lengthening here, and now we're opening to the side. And lengthening, back down, and yeah, opening, and lengthening, lengthen through your head, very important, through your head, it's the main thing, and lengthen, if you like, just try to lengthen here, lengthen. You know, it's only a playground to see how strong your muscle coordination is. That's just some information for yourself. I'm just playing around with it. Lengthening, and lengthening. Okay, just relaxing. Yeah, so don't take it seriously. It's always like a little test. Yeah, to see, okay, where can I gain more strength? Where do I need more? Or where am I good as I am? It's good. So we do sideways push-ups, which means we've got our shoulder in line with the hip and the heels, and energy out of the heels. Like this, when you take the measurement, I always like to lengthen my feet then, yes? But if you prefer to flex, fine. Okay, so you embrace your upper shoulder blade with the underneath arm, place your other hand here, and it all goes like a big circle from your ear. So it's not up, pushing your abs out, it's lengthening from your sit bones to your head and here. It's not about getting up very much, it's about the longest possible circle, imagining it. And even if you can't get up, and you just imagine that, you activate the muscles in the correct way, which is the success, per definition, right? So, lengthening. If your legs come off, then sink them diagonally down into the floor. It's not about lifting up very much, it's about lengthening as much as you can, and from the highest point, lengthen even more to come down. Okay. Lengthening my arm, palm facing up, other arm very much in front of me, yeah? And I'm doing another little game. So lengthening in both directions and releasing. One more time. Lengthening in both directions and releasing. One more time. Lengthening both directions and keep lengthening. And so it's a big circle, and either come up or not. No problem. Yeah, it's just a game. Don't take it too seriously. Shoulders in line with your hips and your heels. Now you embrace the upper shoulder blades. You put your hand here and think of the underneath ear, biggest possible circle from your sit bones, navel, and coming up. Okay, one more time. Lengthening. Up. And I'm doing 5 altogether, but you do what is right for you, as always. You know, and it's very normal to have the sides, to have them differently, to feel them differently. One is stronger than the other one. That's very normal. Okay, so one more. And lengthening. And now I'm using my arms here, lengthening, and I'm just lengthening my entire body and releasing. Breathing in. On the out breath, just lengthening, releasing everything through your head, crown of the head, and and lengthening. And now just see how the biggest possible circle works and how it, where it takes us. Lengthening and lengthening. Take it slowly and see where it takes you. Okay, so let's do a little bit of massaging the back. Lengthening. Oh yeah, that's always so relaxing for me, for my shoulders. Maybe if you also have something here, you have no problem with your neck or upper body, then this may help you as well. It just developed from just doing that exercise like naturally. So allowing the body what it wants to do, it may show you what it needs. Okay? So this is what it's about. Right. So from here, stretch out and just feel how you're feeling today. Is there any tension? What does your body need? A little bit of shaking maybe, three-dimensional with the arms as always. Little massage. Is there any tension, any pain, anything that seems unusual? Yes? Okay, so now we're lengthening the legs. I just grab my left leg and I'm sliding out the other one. Little toe in line with your muscle line or your hip. Little flex, but the energy still goes out because we're using the muscle coordination from behind. So it's sit bone and navel connection and lengthening, and also lengthening the upper body at the same time. Very important. So you're taking all the weight and the pressure of the leg. Lengthening, energy out of your head. Lengthening. One more. So we do 4 all together. And lengthening. Lengthening. And change. This is just very loosely hanging here. Elbows close, very important. And then of course the alignment. Little toe, heel. Little toe in line with the hip or muscle line, heel in line with the sit bone. That was what I wanted to say actually. Lengthening. And there should be no tension, pressure on the knee, right? Lengthen, elbows close. Lengthening everything, ribs together. Lengthening from here. And we've got one more. Lengthening. Navel in, right? Now we do it in reverse, meaning the leg goes up. If you like to bend it, it's not a problem, it's fine. You can even have the foot like this, sit bone and heel in line, and little toe, hip or muscle line, perfect, good to go. You just visualize the line and see whether it's bent or stretched. That's just, matter of time, maybe lengthening. Lengthen the upper body, that's the most important thing, and not onto the floor, but just where you can visualize the line, sit bone and heel. Okay, so lengthening, elbows relaxed, lengthening, and bending in, lengthening, and lengthening. In, and lengthen, and in, lengthen, and lengthening, and in, and lengthening. Ribs together, lengthening, more than anything, your upper body. It's not so much about the leg, it's about the upper body. Lengthening, and one more time, and lengthening, and relaxing. Now from here, we're just bending the legs, little toes in line with the hips and muscle line, hands behind your head, breathing in. On the out breath, sit bones to your head and the biggest possible circle to come up. So it's not about getting up as much as you can, but activating all the layers of your abs that you have. Yeah, you really will notice the difference. Breathing in, so sit bones, head, lengthen everything coming up. So behind your neck, everything is long and there's no pressure. If you feel tension, push with your head against your hands and lower. Right, one more time, breathe in and lengthening. Okay, now taking the legs up, and again you can bend them, just think of they are together actually, just think of sit bones heels, so it can be here or here, that's fine. So navel in and energy out of your toes, out of your head and out of your elbows. And release. Okay, one more time, sit bones head, longest possible or largest possible circle. Lengthening, navel in. Now from here, you've got your toes and your heels together, and you keep the heels together, turning out the legs. And together. Navel in, and you're activating the inner thighs, which means you're also reaffirming them. And lengthening. Just think long and think long. Out of your head is the most important thing as always. Take breaks whenever you need to. It's not about trying to do 100 of them. It's about the energy you send through that makes the effect. And relax. Okay, so one more time, sit bones to your head, longest possible circle. And one more time here. Lengthen. And lengthen one leg and just lower. And remember, when you're coming up, you need to lengthen even more. So how far can you go to lengthen from here and from here? Yes? Obviously, the lowest point is sit bone heel and then lengthening. But it's about this lengthening, it's not about how low you can go, okay? So it's about this lengthening, and if this is the length that you can do, fine. If you bend your legs and this is how you go, fine as well, yeah? So there are lots of possibilities. I just do this one long, so the legs feel equal. That's the other thing, that's always important. Sometimes you may need to do an exercise more often on one side so it feels equal, yeah? Please do that then. Lengthen, lengthen. Your body is always right anyway. So if you go down, your little toe comes in line with your hip or muscle line, and then it goes back into the center line. So when it moves down, it goes out a little bit, so it's in this line. Navel stays in, and then it comes back to the center line. So we do one more. Lengthen to wherever it takes you, right? Lengthening and coming up and relaxing. Okay, good. Now what we're called to do, to work in the center line. So we need to be very focused and we need our intuition. Yes, definitely. Okay, so from here, I take my arms long, little fingers in line with the shoulders, and thinking of the center line, which goes from the nose until the two big toes. Navel in with the next out breath coming up. Breathing in. Sit bones to your head. Coming up, if you need support, please support yourself. And arms go either down or you can have them here. Elbows are close. Now here's a little massage. If you're here, fine. Yeah, you've got your hand there. Lengthening, coming up. And you don't have to lengthen your legs. You can have them bent. No problem. just relax. Okay, or relax, can be here. Important thing, sit bones in line with your head, you notice it like this, yeah? Today I've got a mirror that makes it easier, but that's not always the case. So, lengthening from here, coming back, and I'm bending the legs, lying down, lengthening the entire upper body, lengthening the legs to wherever that takes you. Lengthening here, lengthening there, or here, and if you have not a problem here, everything's cool, then you can also go back, but be careful, try it out. Lengthen, and I'm coming back, slowly, center line, lengthening, everything meaning lengthening continuously the upper body, the spine. Yeah, think vertebra by vertebra making space. Just visualize legs, it will make all the difference. Sit bones to your head, lengthening, relaxing the elbows. Now lower your feet and lengthen. Just lengthen here, coming up and lengthen forwards, relaxing, whatever that is. Yes, remember, this is perfect. Okay, so one more time, going back, lengthening, and thinking long, and if this is how far you can go, you wait for us until we come back, fine, no problem. So if this is also not a problem and all your weight is here, there's no weight here, then you can try to do what we've been doing in the other position, to lengthen the legs, which now go in the alignment with the hip or muscle line, and now come back into the center line. So it's the same thing, there should be no weight on the head. So lengthening or upper back. And one more time, lengthening, keep lengthening everything, meaning energy through the head, still, or again, yeah. Lengthen, bring in, and lengthening one more time, and lengthening, and lengthening, and lowering, slowly coming down, relaxing the elbows, lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Yes, all this back lengthening was the salvation for my back problems, yeah, and I had severe ones. If you'd like to know about that in my little channel introduction, you can, yeah, I've got that. Okay, but it was a severe one, so if I can do it, you can do it. Just relaxing here. Let's see what else we're called to do. Just checking in with the guides, what they say. Oh, right. Okay, here comes a challenge. Right, so if you can do a candle, it's done in the candle position. If not, you don't worry, because you do it in this position. If you can't stretch your legs, you do it like this. And then also, it's all about opening the legs equally, yeah? Not having preferences for a certain leg, mostly it's this one towards the head, which is easier. And then you think of long and together, so it's like lengthening out and lengthening coming back together, whether your legs are stretched or bent, no problem. If you can do a candle position, it is here, okay? Just making sure I've got really cold hands, it's really cold. Lengthening. And then from here, you just separate your legs, lengthening and lengthening, and making sure there is no stress on your upper back. And lengthening. And one more time. And lengthening. Lengthening. Yeah, it's always about the back leg here. That's difficult, yeah? And lengthening. And one more. Lengthening. Lengthening. Coming together, lengthening, and just slowly, gently putting the legs down, lengthening your arms, and now keep lengthening your upper body while you're slowly coming down. Lengthen. Yes, and bend and relax. Yeah, so make sure that you always accompany each movement with your thoughts. So don't overtake your thoughts, your visualization. Yes? Okay. Good. Right. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if you noticed it, but I've had the feeling that the energies within my body were calmed down. Yeah, I don't know if I'm expressing myself well. So there was a lot going on when we started, and now it's like it's settled. It's good. And I really hope you feel the same way. So thank you very much for your participation in today's class. And as always, thank you so much for growing my channel. I really, really appreciate that you are supporting me as I am trying to support you. So this is just amazing for me. I'm so, so grateful. And yes, let's get it out there because you are important. And self-care and everything that we can do for that is just in those times not a luxury, it's a necessity, and this is part of it. So I'm glad I can offer this, and thank you so much for being a part of this community. Lots and lots of love. Have a beautiful day, and I see you in the next class.